Hi, this is Derek Murphy. I actually run creativity.com, but this is my site DIY book formats where I put up a bunch of book formatting templates. And if you're watching this video, you probably got the master package, which means you're looking at this page. This is a package of 15 professional book formatting templates I made in Word and InDesign. They look about the same in Word and InDesign. They're a little different because InDesign does some things better, but if you are using Word, that's fine too. And then there's also a package of genre-based formats, another package where I've chosen some fonts and designs that match specific genres. And then there's also this free package, which is available on the main site that anybody can download. It's only, I think, 5 minimal templates, but each template has about 5 different design options, so you can play around with those. Formatting is pretty simple. You're going to want most things to be, almost all the templates really use the same features, so there's not a huge arrangement or variety of choices, but you do want to match the font with your book cover, or at least with your genre, or you want to pick very simple serif or sans serif fonts, just so that you don't have a interior design that looks really different from your cover and contrasts with it. So I'm going to put this little video on this page to show you how to get started quickly with the templates, but then you can also watch these if you're formatting in Microsoft Word or in InDesign. And then if you want to learn about ebook conversion, these are kind of more in-depth guides. Most of these have, I think, 3 or 4 different videos. So there's a lot to learn with formatting, but if you watch the videos and use the templates, you'll save a lot of time, and you'll be able to figure it out pretty quickly. So when you download any of these, you just click on it and it'll download a zip file. And that looks like this. So this is what you get inside the master template. You want to check this font lists, because in the font list it shows you which fonts you'll need for each template. And a lot of these are premium fonts, so these aren't free fonts, but these can really be replaced by free fonts also. So these are some other good fonts that I like for formatting. But then if you go back to the website, under free guides, you can go to free fonts, and there's a big list of free fonts that are also very nice for the body text. And then you just want to use a header font that matches your genre with a book cover. So you just want to look here first. If you don't have these fonts installed, then the formatting templates aren't going to look exactly like my samples. If you're looking at the images view like this, you'll be able to see what these actually look like. And so they should look something like this, but if you don't have these fonts installed, then they will look a little bit different. So like if you don't have this font, it might just display a simple serif or sans serif font, but you can choose any font. And you really want to replace these fonts because these are a little too specialized, so you want to replace them with something that matches your cover. And these are kind of just options, like you want to get rid of these decorations, the drop cap, and change it a little bit so it really matches your book and your particular genre or subject. But if you go into any of these, like if I wanted to use number 7, which looks like this, it's a pretty clean, simple style, then I would just click on the number 7 folder, and in this folder I have a couple of Word files. These are really the same. One is the older Word 2007 to 2000, before 2003, and then the other one I think is the newer Word. One is doc, and one is docx. So just, you can try both, and whichever one looks better, whichever one works for your Word, they should work for you. Then there's also an InDesign file and a PDF file. So the PDF is kind of how it should look. If you open up the InDesign file, things should look pretty good, as long as you have the right fonts installed. And these are, I think there's like 4 sample chapters, but all the chapters look the same, Whereas if you were using, if you download the free package on the site or the genre-based formats, it's a little different because every chapter has a different style. So you have to choose which style you want to use, and then you just set up all the chapters to use that style and delete the other ones. These just give you a lot of options, whereas these, because there's more templates, and I'm actually going to be adding more templates soon. I'm going to add a new batch of 15 templates. I'm just going to go through and change all the fonts and styles and decorations on these and make a new package, which will be ready hopefully mid-September 2016. So you may not see that right now, or if you're watching this video a little bit later, they should already be here. It'll just have another package here. It'll be master package 2, I think. So those are basically the basics. I hope it's pretty easy just to open the templates and get started. If things don't look very good right away, you probably need to install the fonts. And you can just use the font list to get those fonts, or you could just pick new fonts. There's also, in the master package, there's a little get started guide. And there's also this big best fonts by genre. This is something I made a couple years ago. But all I did was choose some fonts I have on my computer. So these are fonts for thrillers. And these are just the kinds of fonts that work okay for thriller books. So if you're writing a thriller, you could take a look at these, or you could search for more fonts that look kind of like this. Same for Western. There's some for chick lit. There's some for fantasy. So these you don't have to use these, but you can kind of get a sense of what kind of fonts are being used. And this is just for like the header text. So you wouldn't want to use these very much, and you don't want to over design or make things too decorative. That's kind of the inclination. If you're a new designer, you want to play with everything and put a lot of decoration and special effects and special fonts, but that'll actually look kind of tacky. So you usually these are almost over designed already because I use a lot of special fonts. Generally, big fonts and big decoration is for younger audiences, so for children's books or young adult. But the more adult audience, the cleaner and simpler everything's going to be, the smaller the text. So you want generally maybe one font that matches your book cover, but the rest of the body text should just be a very simple serif font with maybe a little bit of decoration on the first paragraph. And these are just kind of ideas to get started. And then I hope if you watch these videos, I'm going to do some more videos soon. These I made maybe a year ago. So I'm going to go through and make more videos about formatting in Microsoft Word and InDesign. I think these are pretty good. They've been viewed a lot. They've helped a lot of people, but I think I can make something better. I'm also going to start adding some stuff for making picture books or making children's books, and then also making 3D graphic designs for if you want to make stuff for promoting your books online, or even making like business cards or bookmarks or postcards. You can do some of that stuff. It's a little more complicated, but I'm going to be making templates that are pretty easy to use, even in Microsoft Word, so that you can design nice looking promotional materials. So this is a work in progress. I'm going to add materials to this all the time. Now that you have access to this page, you can just bookmark it. It's DIYbookformats.com/success. So you can write that down or bookmark it and check in maybe every month or two, because I might be adding some new stuff here. I talk a lot about book design and book marketing, as well as publishing on my main site, which is Creativity. So if you haven't looked at that yet, that's where I post a lot more often. And I do a lot of case studies and experiments on publishing fiction and nonfiction. So in the menu, there's how to self-publish a book, how to design a cover, a huge publishing resource. So you might want to check out some of those if you're still learning about the publishing process or book marketing process. Those resources will help a lot also. So I hope this video helps you to get started. If you have any questions or you have problems, using the templates, then you can just find me on Facebook, or you can send me an email, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks a lot.